What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. Guys, listen. I want to talk about a story I seen that didn't get a lot of press, and it didn't get a lot of views on the channel I seen this on, news channel. So I wanted to give some shine to this story. It falls along the lines of domestic abuse, but it's more of a story of survival than, the victim that was included in it. Today, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to someone. This woman that you see here, her name is Katie Gilbert from Tarrant County, New York, right? I guess that's close by Albany. I don't know, but either way, shout out. And this woman right here not only was in a fight for survival after being assaulted by her boyfriend at that time, this dude here, who in March of 2019, this guy was convicted of attempted murder for Miss Gilbert. What this guy did was horrific, and it left her disfigured, and it left her, besides wondering why, with a whole bunch of medical bills that are piling up and, trying to get back to a normal life. Now, domestic violence is one of the things I speak about on this channel. I feel as though, when two people get together and things don't go there the way they, want them to go, either person in the party has a right to walk away, but some people don't see it like that. And a lot of times you see a lot of childish characteristics in people to where either they have issues of abandonment or whatever, but they won't let the other one go. Saying yes to a relationship, nowadays it seems like is almost a death sentence if you want to get out. Domestic violence is something that needs to be taken very, very seriously, because on April 7th, 2018, this woman right here damn near lost her life. And every time she looks in the mirror, and I want you ladies to pay attention to this video, I'm going to show you. Every time she looks in the mirror, she sees how lucky she was and the effects of giving somebody a second chance. Here's her story.
13 investigates she was a victim of domestic violence, shot and nearly killed by the father of her child. And now, more than 6 years later, she's sharing her story, hoping it will help others. She moved to Saratoga County to get away. Her home here was supposed to be Katie Gilbert's safe haven. Took her children in the middle of the night and went upstate to escape this man, the father of one of her children. Stephen Lorario abused heroin and Katie.
I had started saving as much money as I could to escape and get out. Finally, in 2016, I packed up my truck and my trailer and everything I could and disappeared and moved to Greenfield Center.
To escape him.
To escape him and get away.
It didn't take him long for him to find her, but she didn't let him back in until more than a year later.
I let him back in our lives because he looked like he was doing better. He was at the bottom of the barrel, but he was working on it. He was going to meetings.
But that didn't last. Soon, Lorario was using again. One day in April of 2018, he found some money that Katie had been saving for an emergency.
We got into a huge fight. He wound up punching me in the face, knocking me out, and while I was knocked out, he shot me in the side of my head with a shotgun.
You survived.
I did indeed.
But it wasn't easy.
No, it's not.
Lorario was tried. I spoke to him in jail in February of 2019. He denied trying to kill Katie.
Did you shoot her?
I did not. I did not.
I remember watching him constantly wiping his hands on his legs when he was talking with you in the jail and saying the bizarre things that he had said.
The jury didn't buy it either. He was convicted of attempted murder and sentenced to 25 years in prison. And for Katie Gilbert, every time she looks in the mirror, she's reminded of what he did to her.
I'm never going to be the same Katie I was before any of this happened.
Regardless, she's not letting it define her.
And that's one thing he can't take away from me, is my pride in surviving this. Not being a victim to what he did, being a true survivor.
She is a survivor. Coming up at 5, the struggle Katie is having medically to get her life back. And then at 6, her advice to others in abusive relationships and the help that is available today.
The bravery it took for her to speak up and share that story.
It certainly is. She certainly is brave, and she wants people to know that that phone, though it can feel like 5,000 pounds, that's her words, you got to make the call to get help.
She's won very much for sharing.
She was the victim of a horrific act of violence, nearly cost her her life. The father of her child was out to kill her. Now she's speaking out about what he took from her and her quest to get her appearance back.
Mark Mulholland is here with our 13 Investigates report. Mark.
Well, Rachel and Steve, it's hard to imagine all that Katie Gilbert has endured. Shot at point-blank range, losing her eye and part of her face. Now, despite setback after setback, she's hoping modern medicine will help her put that horrifying experience behind her. Katie Gilbert knows it's not easy for some people to see the right side of her face. It was blown off by her attacker. Stephen Lorario is the father of one of her 2 children. He used a double-barrel shotgun trying to kill Katie in her Greenfield home. It happened back in April of 2018. She survived and was able to testify against him at trial. A jury found him guilty of attempted murder, and a judge sentenced him to 25 years in state prison. His actions sentenced Katie to a lifetime of serious medical challenges and sometimes rude stares from others who don't have any idea what she's been through. She's endured multiple surgeries and setbacks. Doctors have been trying unsuccessfully to recreate her eye socket using her own tissue, but so far, none of it has worked.
Because of all the scar tissue and the infections, the neurosurgeons are scared to proceed. So now I'm stuck at a standstill waiting to either find someone who's willing to give it a try or someone knows a different way to go about it. Because I just want to go back to the Katie that I felt April 7th, 2018 before 8 o'clock that night.
Through it all, Katie Gilbert remains remarkably optimistic, telling me that shortly after our discussion that she heard from her neurosurgeon who says after consulting with Katie's other doctors, they want to do more scans to determine how much eye socket is needed. Coming up at 6, the important advice she has for others who may be in a violent relationship right now. Rachel, Steve, back to you.
Certainly an amazing woman there. Thank you for sharing her story with us.
That's the story of Katie Gilbert, man, and I hope she gets the help she needs. I mean, I wish I knew somebody that could help her or point her in the right direction. But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I just wish her the best. Nobody under no circumstances should wind up looking like that after they want to get away from somebody that's making them worse and not better as a person. Said the guy was a drug addict. Said the guy was abusive, which you seen. Said he knocked her out and then shot her in the head while she laid unconscious with a double-barrel shotgun. Hell, one barrel of a shotgun leaves irreparable damage. She's lucky to be alive, and that is hurtful to see her looking like that. Said her children have to sit there and look at, people staring at her awkwardly. It's rough, man. It's rough. Bad enough you're beating on her. Then you try to eliminate her. That's the thing. I never understood that part, with abusers. You fight to keep the woman, but during the fight, you do something to destroy the woman or kill her. And I'm more than sure this guy right here had some type of dependency on her, whether it was financially or whatever. The reason why he did all of that stuff. I can't control myself. Oh, I'm off drugs. Now I'm on them again. Oh, have pity on me and all this other stuff. She up and moves and gets away from him beating her up. She said that he took emergency fund money, punched her in the face and everything, took the money to go buy drugs. And that's the thing about this country, man. We don't have a problem where we're having people that are like slaves to things that they intake into their body where they can't even think rational. That's what? A national problem. But it seems like nobody wants to fix that. Nobody wants to fix it. That's sad. You think the way she look affect her dating her dating possibilities? Of course it does. Vanity is one of the most important things to a woman. You know what I'm saying? And look what he did to destroy that. Sitting up in jail Still won't accept responsibility. I didn't do that. So you just knocked her out, and some stranger came in and, ooh, a woman's on the ground and just shot her in the face. That's the thing. That's why I don't like court. He only got 25 years, y'all. Attempted murder, 25 years. Look at her fucking face. You know what I'm saying? She's an attractive woman. She went from that to this while he sits in jail and gets complacent. This is my life now. I can eat my oodles and noodles or whatever, get on a tablet, watch my favorite show and drink coffee and kiki with the rest of those animals like me. How was that justice? She's trying to run around and find somebody that has the medical technology to put her face back together so she can look somewhat normal. Blew her eye out of her head. How is he still breathing? That's why I tell you, ladies, if you can try to get out of there, man, get out of there. If you see the signs, book. A man can deal with a broken heart. We be all right. We can handle it. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, people acting like they all depressed and stuff and care about you. They only doing that because ain't nobody else to fill that void that you had for them. I'm one of them people where I will not lose my sanity or a lick of sleep if I'm with somebody that's driving me batshit crazy. Because the last thing I want to do is lose my shit and hurt them or myself. And a lot of you fellas out there know what I'm talking about. But I mean, we have problems out here where people wear masks, and when they take the mask off and you see what's ugly under it and you want to get away, death be your sentence. And that's wrong. That's dead wrong. This guy looks like a fucking idiot. I'm breathless. I'm speechless with this thing. I mean, the fact that they showed her. And I mean, as bad as it looks, you could tell it's a beautiful soul under there. And her children still love her all the same. But I mean, this stuff happens more than you realize. And unless you see things like that, that's why I put videos up like this. You could see the after effects of having a loser linger too long in your life and how dangerous it can be. Whether it's a man or a woman, let's be honest. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. Trust me, that live stream can't get here tonight fast enough.